Oh wow, this is seriously creepy. There are 8 massive obelisks on the moon. NASA photographed them, and then kept it secret for 57 years. But the weirdest part isn't that. When astronauts returned from the moon, they were silent. Pale. Not one of them said, "I'm proud." What did they even see? Even stranger, humans have never been back since. But you know, the moon has more spine-chilling mysteries than just the obelisks. Let me tell you about an experiment you probably never heard of. In 1969, Apollo 12 astronauts finished their mission and were about to leave. Before departing, they deliberately smashed the discarded lunar module onto the moon's surface. Next to it, a seismometer had been set up, ready to measure the moon's internal structure. And do you know what happened? The moon started to shake. Like a bell, vibrating continuously for nearly an hour. It didn't stop. Scientists were stunned. On Earth, molten cores quickly absorb shock waves, and similar tremors usually die down in minutes. Later, Apollo 13 did it again, this time smashing the heavier third stage of the rocket onto the lunar surface. The moon vibrated for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Astronomer Carl Sagan wrote that, physically, natural satellites cannot be hollow. That's a basic law. Yet the moon shook like that. So what's inside it? And the strange stuff doesn't stop there. Have you ever wondered why we can see total solar eclipses from Earth? The moon's diameter is 1/400th of the sun. And the moon's distance from Earth is exactly 1/400th of the sun's distance from Earth. 2 1/400s cancel out perfectly. From Earth, the moon and sun appear almost exactly the same size, allowing it to completely cover the sun. Astronomers checked the entire solar system. No other moon has this kind of relationship with its planet. Some scientists say this isn't coincidence, it looks designed. But, who designed it? And why? Now, back to the obelisks. In 1966, the Lunar Orbiter 2 photographed the 8 pillars in the Sea of Tranquility. After that, NASA did one thing, they locked the photos in archives and never mentioned them publicly. 3 years later, Apollo 11 landed precisely 300 kilometers from those pillars. Officially, it was the optimal landing site. But mission logs show astronaut Buzz Aldrin secretly activated a side radar he wasn't supposed to. It triggered the most chaotic 1202 error alert of the entire mission. Side radars are used for docking with the command module. They were nearly landing, in a vacuum, why turn it on unless he knew there was something there? After that, communications went silent for 2 minutes. Official explanation: equipment failure. But multiple amateur radio operators at the time intercepted non-public transmissions. Apparently, astronauts spotted unidentified flying objects at the edge of a crater. That recording has never been officially confirmed nor denied. One thing is obvious, though. After returning to Earth, the astronauts weren't the same. Watch the historical footage. They walk out of the lunar module. No raised fists, no tears, no shouts of "I just walked on the moon." Their eyes are empty. Faces gray. Like they were pulled from a nightmare and haven't fully recovered. The US president personally received them. Global broadcast. The greatest achievement in human history, and this is what they looked like. Far from what anyone expected. Journalists of that era privately asked, what did these people experience on the moon? One person inside NASA said something meaningful: Wernher von Braun, the Saturn V chief designer. No Apollo program without him. He publicly said the next major war would be humanity versus extraterrestrials. Privately, he reportedly said humanity could land on the moon so quickly because they were given help. By whom? He wouldn't say. Von Braun controlled many key flight parameters that were never fully documented in archives. When asked how he knew the moon's precise gravity, he simply replied, "We know, and that was it." In 1960, 9 years before Apollo, NASA quietly commissioned the Brookings Institution to write a contingency report. The core conclusion? One sentence. If evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations is discovered in space, it must be classified. Public disclosure would collapse human society. 9 years later, Apollo missions began. Looking back, that report reads more like a script than a study. In 1972, Apollo 17, humanity's last moon landing. Near the service area stood a strangely shaped mountain. Hexagonal, regular, unlike any natural formation. The astronauts landed and headed straight for it. Cameras followed. But for over 20 minutes, the footage shows only rocks and sky. The astronauts disappeared. When the shot cuts back, they're back by the lunar rover. No explanation for the missing time. Nearby, a crater contained orange soil. Oxygen levels were unusually high. It caused a stir. More unsettling, scattered objects in the crater. High-resolution analysis of the original film revealed geometric shapes, edges, joint-like connections. One object looked exactly like a humanoid robot head, with a bright red metallic strip across the mouth, reflecting clearly. Researchers speculate a massive explosion had destroyed mechanical devices, scattering debris. Apollo 17 ended, and humans never returned. The US stopped. The Soviet Union stopped. Two superpowers locked in a space race, decades of tension, yet neither went back. No announcements, no negotiations. They quietly hit the brakes. In that era, whoever gave up first lost. Both sides understood that. Now, over half a century has passed since humans last set foot on the moon. So when you look up tonight, what do you see? A normal satellite? Or a hollow, carefully designed object we're never allowed to approach? Tell me in the comments, do you think the moon formed naturally, or is it, in some way, an artificial construct?